The Last Showgirl brings chaos, comedy, and generations of showgirls on the Las Vegas Strip in an hour and 30 minutes. What's going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. We are here today in snowy Indiana reviewing The Last Showgirl, which released yesterday in theaters around the U.S. Before we get into the video, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Go check out the other reviews I have posted. And without further ado, let's get right into it. The Last Showgirl, in a sense, is a career rejuvenation for Pamela Anderson. Now, in this film, I believe she was already nominated at the last award show, and it is very, very possible that she will walk away with an award in 2025 for her performance. The Last Showgirl follows a group of showgirls really from multiple generations and ages that are performing in their final shows as the casino is shutting down the 38-year run of the show. Now, when the show is announced that it is closing, it definitely brings chaos. It brings uncertainty of what is going to come next for the girls. You have Pamela Anderson playing an older dancer. You have Brenda Song, who's kind of in the middle. And then you have a third that is more of the younger, naive dancers on the cast. This movie, within the first 20 minutes, you're going to have a lot of chaos, it feels like. You have the opening where you see her post dancing career, what she is trying to do, really to earn a living and find joy again. And then you have the process leading up to the show's closure. Now, for a Sunday morning showing, this was definitely a crowded theater, and it was held in one of our smaller theaters at my local Regal, and it definitely did not disappoint. Now, the one critique that I have with this movie was it was only an hour and a half. That hour and a half flew right by. In a sense, it felt like you should have had about an hour and 40 minutes, hour and 45 minutes, just to extend a little bit of the storyline out. But even in that hour and 30 minutes, you are given a lot of information. You're having a lot of great storytelling going on. And you ultimately have a very, very solid movie for 2025, especially in January. Now, when you look at the movie as a whole, you really look at what is the purpose of the movie. And there were a lot of older people in my theater when I went and saw it. I would be on record for saying I was the youngest one in there. And what it really does is tell the story that there's life after your original career, in a sense, where you're so used to doing one thing or a few things that if you have to try something new, it is possible. While there will be struggles and challenges, it does allow you to see that it is possible. Now, in this movie, you also have Dave Bautista, and I will say I was very uncertain about him being in it. I didn't know what his role was going to be. Typically, we see him in an action movie, more of like The Rock, a strong character role. And in this movie, you see him in a little bit of a more somber setting. He's sad that it's closing. He has to deliver the news. And ultimately, it puts it in perspective that even some actors that you're used to seeing in certain roles, they can do well in others, just like the storyline in this film. Overall rating, The Last Showgirl for me is about a 4.5 out of 5. Like I said, I think my one critique is that it is only an hour and a half. I felt like some of it was a little bit rushed, and if you extended it a little bit longer, you would have been able to have more of a storytelling perspective. And so this is definitely one of those movies where you always look at run times and think, okay, it's an hour and 47 minutes, it's 2 hours, it may be too long. But with this, I felt it was too short, and I wish it definitely went a little bit longer. However, like I said, I believe Pamela Anderson at some point this year will walk away with an award for her performance. It is definitely a great overall film to go see on a snowy January day like we have here in Indiana. But a 4.5 out of 5 for The Last Showgirl. I do recommend you go see it. Like I said at the beginning of the video, go check out the other reviews I have posted. Go make sure to hit the subscribe button, and I will talk to you all later.